What's going on, man? Chris Mosley here. I know it's been a minute since I vlogged, man. I appreciate y'all for staying patient with me, staying subscribed to the channel. What I need y'all to do right now, turn on your post notification because I'm finna get real active on this channel, right? So, what's going on right now is I'm in Orlando, Florida. I'm shooting 2 music videos for my boy Tanner Too High. It's like really cloudy out here today, kind of gloomy. We're going to do our best to get the best shots we can. I'm waiting on my food to get here. I ordered some DoorDash. I ended up switching to the A7S III for video. I still got my EOS R, but I got rid of the GH5. I'm happy. Like, I'm real happy with this A7S III. I had to switch out my lenses and batteries and gear and get a new camera bag. You know, all these adjustments you have to do when you switch systems. I'm happy with it. I'm happy. So I just wanted to keep y'all updated on what's going on. I'm gonna do my best to try to vlog. Of course, the actual music video and all that work comes first, but I'm gonna do my best to try to vlog and get some good footage for y'all so y'all can see the quality of this A7S III. It's definitely blowing the EOS R out the water. I'm talking about blowing it out the water, even with the Atomos Ninja recorder attached to it. It's 422 10-bit 4K, 120 frames per second 4K. 4K 60, S-Log 3. I can't say enough about this camera, man. The lenses I end up getting were the 16 to 35 G Master 2.8 and the 20mm G. It's not a G Master, but it's a 20mm 1.8 instead of the G Master. From the reviews I saw, that lens is just as good as the G Master. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all stay tuned, man. Let's see what we can get into today. Alright, man, so what's going on, man? I got me some DoorDash from Chipotle. So basically today I wanted to talk about some travel tips because I had to travel this time, and I noticed that the older I get and the more seasoned I get with photography, my preparation starts sooner. I get a little smarter, a little quicker, and I move a little different the more seasoned I get at traveling, at photography, at videography, basically at everything you do. So now I'm realizing that, you know, the older you get, the stronger your brain gets, and you know, even though you may slow down physically, your brain is getting more and more smarter, so you move a little better and you know, you think things out before you do them. So, you know, I just wanted to drop some knowledge and share some tips for anybody that may be traveling for the first time, catching a flight, or, you know, anything of that nature, because people look at these things as self-explanatory, but, you know, you go through things that make you learn things or change your way of thinking. So I just want to share. That's all. So excuse me for eating, but I got a client coming to pick me up to work soon, so I gotta knock this food out before I get to moving around. Basically, I started preparing for this trip probably 3 weeks ago because they booked it probably a month in advance. So I bought a MacBook Pro. I was in the process of switching to this camera, so I had to buy 2 extra batteries. I had to get a special CFast Type A card for this camera just so I could use the 4K 120. And I bought a new camera bag. I didn't buy any clothes because I'm not a big clothes type person. I don't like spending my money on clothes and shoes. I like buying camera gear and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, tip number 1 is just make sure you always have what you need. And in this case, I had to get extra batteries because I didn't want to be out shooting scenes and then my battery die on me and I don't have an extra battery with me, so now I gotta stop shooting. I'm out of town with a client that I don't work with too often. Nah, that's unprofessional. So even if you gotta spend, the batteries were $80 a piece, so I had to get 2 batteries. That's $160 just on batteries. So, but that stuff you gotta have. The memory card was $200, but I had to get that memory card to be able to get the full capability out of this camera. If not, what's the point in using that camera? The camera bag. I have several camera bags, but I did not have a camera bag that would fit both my camera gear, clothes, and my laptop in it. So I ended up having to get a new camera bag just to accommodate all that. Yeah, I could have used a grocery bag or a duffel bag, but you need specific compartments for your camera and your lens and your gear and your laptop and your clothes, so nothing will get damaged, especially when you're dealing with $3,500 camera, $2,500 lens, $1,000 lens. That's $4 or $5 grand in your camera bag. You don't want to damage something just for being cheap. Let me get into this food. Make sure you realize that there's criminals and danger out there. Everywhere you go, there's always somebody looking to steal your camera gear, looking to murder you, sex trafficking. You know, it's always people preying on you if you're not looking like you knowing what's going on. You know, keep your head on the swivel. Know that danger is out there. It's always out there. Don't think that it's not, you know. So always keep that in mind. Keep your camera gear close to you. Watch it. You know, stuff like that. That goes to my next point is I don't like checking my baggage. I don't like putting my bag, the idea of putting my bag underneath the plane. So I always opt for a small carry-on bag that will fit in the overhead bin, so I don't have to worry about somebody losing my luggage. You know, why would you want to deal with that? Nobody cares about your camera gear. Just remember that, because damn, they didn't give me a fork. Shit. Now I can't even eat. I ain't got no fork. Alright. This what I gotta use like chopsticks, since they didn't give me no silverware. This came out the little coffee maker kit. But tip number 2 or 3, you shouldn't have to come out of pocket for anything. If the client is paying to fly you out somewhere, you shouldn't have to pay for parking. You shouldn't have to pay for a hotel. You shouldn't have to pay for food. Nothing. You know, if they're paying for your service, you should not have to come out of pocket for anything. So keep that in mind. You don't want to get to the point where you end up spending more than you make, because traveling is expensive. You have to eat 3 or 4 times a day. You need an entertainment budget, Uber, rental car, however you're going to get around. You need to take all that into consideration before you accept this booking. So make sure they understand that it's going to get expensive because you got to pay. You know, you're booking me for my services, so I'm not paying out of pocket and spending my money to accommodate you. You pay for it. You're booking me. Sometimes Chipotle guacamole is not good, but sometimes they hit it right on the head. They hit it right on the head this time. That's good. Tip number 4. No matter where you go, do not get caught up in the hype. I'm in Orlando. It would be easy for somebody to be like, hey, let's go to Disney World. Hey, the Super Bowl is tomorrow. Or, you know, anything might be going on. You came to work. I think I just spit. You came to work. So don't forget that. Don't ever forget that where you came to, if somebody booked you to do a video, it's okay to have fun, but do not get caught up in that spending money. You know, it's all about making money. And if you're spending money, it ain't gonna add up. So don't get caught up in that. You came to work. So keep that in mind with everything you do. Be smart. You gotta be smarter than that. Tip number 5 or 6, because I'm lost right now. Make a schedule and plan ahead. Just because they booked you don't mean you're gonna fly somewhere for 3 days and shoot videos for 3 days straight. Set a schedule beforehand. Hey, we're gonna shoot 2 hours this day, 2 hours this day. Boom, boom, boom. They're not booking you for 3 whole days straight unless you get that understanding up straight, you know, in the forefront. Don't let them work you to death just because they paid for your flight. It don't work like that. Set boundaries for yourself. If you want to hang with them the whole time, hey, you make that decision, but don't get caught up and stuck hanging with somebody and shooting all day long. It ain't gonna benefit you. It don't work like that. Or they need to pay for that. 12 hours of shooting. You know, be smart. This is a business. You won't last long trying to make friends. Another thing I skipped over. Make sure you try to pack light. Because you don't want to be bringing stuff with you that you're really not going to use, or just having a bag full of items and bringing stuff that's not beneficial. You know, try to be a minimalist. You know, that'll make it much easier to get through TSA. It just makes the trip go much smoother when you pack light. I fit everything I had in this one small camera bag. You know, 2 or 3 outfits, camera, chargers, everything real neat, minimalist style. So try to follow that format, and it'll make your trip easier than just throwing everything in a duffel bag and just going. It'll make your experience much better. You know what I'm saying? Try to do it like that. I know it's hard, but try to do it like that. Let's see what else I got. I guess the last thing is to just have fun, you know. Vlog, check out the scenery, take it all in, enjoy yourself, but just make sure you came to work. You feel me? Keep that in mind. And congratulations on getting booked in different cities, because that's big. That means you're doing something right. So keep doing what you're doing. Let's go.